After my first meeting with Gert, it was clear that he needed some help. To be honest with you, what comes next is shocking. As shy as Gert is, he received a massive boost in confidence. From people telling him to run for president, to even some girls flirting with him. I would even go so far to say that he made a new friend. I asked Hart to list all his expenses for me just to get a better understanding of what's going on, and just maybe I can give him some guidance to improve. Hi Gert, thanks for coming in. Looking at your finances can be intimidating, but it doesn't have to be. You only need to get a few things right, and that will get you far enough. Let's take a look at your budget. Okay Gert, you earn an income of 35,000 Rand a month, and you have the following expenses. Your house, certain utilities like water and electricity, your transport, that nice car, your insurance, some groceries, that all seems fine. Oh yes, and naturally all your debt. And then there's the section Other. Gert, why do you spend 5,000 Rand on a section called Other? And why have you blacked it out? Jeez, Gert, did you stick it with bubble gum? Oh man. Gert! Okay Gert, so your monthly income is 35,000 Rand a month, which is a very good income. But your total expenses are much more, almost 45,000 Rand a month. When it comes to your finances, the simplest rule is to spend less than what you make, which is not the case here. But don't get discouraged just yet. It's important to note that there are expenses that are necessary for survival, your so-called needs. And then there are non-essential expenses, your so-called wants. The basic rule of thumb is that 50% of your income should go towards your needs. Things like housing, transport, insurance, and healthcare, something I saw that you don't have. Then it's also important to save. A good amount would be 20%. You should also be able to enjoy your money, and that's where the remaining 30% comes in. Here's why I think you are overspending a bit. Your car makes up more than 30% of your total expenses. You spend 5,000 Rand on some questionable things. There's nothing wrong with spending more money in one area, but the money needs to come from somewhere. Now with your credit cards, I recommend putting it in ice, but just keep it in ice. And stop spending like you're a politician. If you ask me, you have one of three choices. Either earn more, number two, decrease your lifestyle, or number three, you'll have less than 30% to spend on your wants. You're allowed to enjoy your money and spend it without feeling guilty, but it has to make sense. If you spend more money than you make, that doesn't make sense. You're continually buying things on your credit card. And you know what, Gert? You're just stealing from your future self. At some point in time, you'll have to pay back the money you once borrowed. I'm not going to play policeman over you. And I'm also not going to tell you to stop buying your morning coffee. Some people love spending money on certain things, but spend less on another. And that's also okay. Gert, if you love your morning coffee, buy that coffee, but spend less on the things that are less important to you. If you want to stop living from paycheck to paycheck, you'll need an action plan. Step 1. Create a budget. This will allow you to track your spending. Start with a 50-30-20 rule as a baseline. Step 2. Stop spending money you don't have on things you don't need. It's like Jay-Z said, if you can't buy it twice, you just can't afford it.
I got 99 problems, but it ain't one. Hit me.
Step 3. Cut back on the non-essentials, the things that you don't really care about. If that's not enough, you'll have to reevaluate your lifestyle. Step 4. Set some money aside for an emergency. Ideally, you want to get to 3 to 6 months expenses in an easy to access fund. But for now, keep it small. We want to tackle your debt first. And that gets me to step 5. Reduce your debt. Start with the smallest one first, and then make use of the snowball effect we talked about in our previous video. Gert, you have to take a good hard look at your budget and see what are the things you don't really need or care about that much. If you get stuck, you'll have to reevaluate your lifestyle choices. I'm sorry to say this, Gert, but if you live above your means, you'll need to make some sacrifices. Okay, Gert, so you have a little bit of work to do. I truly hope that this helped you today, and just know that each and everyone's situation is different. You earn a very good income, but a jump in your income wouldn't necessarily solve your problem. It all boils down to your spending behaviors and having discipline. I'll give you a budget tool and I'll link to it in the description below. And now, for the fun part. We're doing it again! I'm giving away another pizza. What? A pizza? Yes! I've just given you a slice of finance and I want to give you a slice of pizza. In order to win, subscribe to my YouTube channel and let me know in the comment section below, where do you think Gert wastes most of his money? Congratulations to the previous winners. I'll announce the winner of this week's Pizza Finance in my next video. Until next time, bye-bye.
Thank you.